No, they had these people, they had about 12 of them walked in. They were all foreigners. And then they took them up. These younger people helped them to fill out they say vote PA today.
Yep.
And then
vote
they took
today,
them up,
PA. Yep.
and somehow they beat a 2-hour line. And then they walked up, and the one lady, they were even asking her, they're like, we don't have you in the system. Your name's not right. And they're like, oh, well, we'll take it back and change it.
Yeah.
How do you change your damn name?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, thank you.
The footage you just saw is from Bethel, Pennsylvania, the key battleground state today, where a busload of non-English speakers who look like the illegal caravans that come across the border wearing the Biden-Harris shirts in the past are brought in front of clear U.S. citizens to the front of the line. Now, the media is already trying to spin this that, well, they must be citizens, they're voting. No. The feds all over the country have had federal judges order illegal aliens to stay on the voter rolls. And in Texas a month ago, the Secretary of State said, we're going to take non-citizen IDs to vote. This is on record. In Michigan, has over 500,000 people on the list that have never been voters and aren't on the voter registration rolls. They're just phantom voters. Some have been found in California to be people's house cats.
When Ron Timms checked his mail Wednesday, he found something for Cody Timms. Cody doesn't get much mail. Cody is a cat.
We have a voter registration application for Cody Timms.
It even came with a return envelope.
How'd this happen? I mean, it's not reality. He's a cat.
So you can try to spin this and say, well, these must be citizens. But the Democrats have been registering illegals to vote all over the country, claiming it's just for local elections. But most national elections are also held at the same time as local. So it's the perfect cover. But we know illegals are being ordered to stay on the rolls in Alabama, Georgia, and many other states. So it is happening. They tried to deny this 4 years ago, even 2 years ago. They're not even denying it now. And the reason they're in such a panic mode is that early voting numbers are coming in from traditionally not battleground states like New Jersey, where registered Republican voters voting are ahead of the Democrats for the first time in decades in a general election. And then we have all the other incredible clear fraud going on, where the Supreme Court of Nevada came out yesterday and said, hey, for 3 days after the election, non-postmarked ballots, they can just provide an endless amount of those, will be counted. So this is an incredible moment for our republic. There's a giant awakening. The reports are coming in from all over the country. It's all I see. And the article on InfoWars about the situation in New Jersey with the Republican voters being ahead of the Democrats in casting ballots, they're reporting Trump signs everywhere, almost no Walz-Harris signs. So there's a real issue here. If they try to steal this, which they're doing, if they're successful in stealing it, no one with half a brain is going to buy it. And then it gets even more disturbing. Every major corporate media outlet, from CNN to NBC News to ABC to the New York Times, is reporting Homeland Security bulletins and alerts that they expect the main threat in America to be angry Trump voters carrying out physical attacks and even terrorism, with no evidence of that. And we've seen all the pre-programming by Harris and Walz and their surrogates that Republicans are going to kill blacks and Hispanics, with no evidence of that. Clearly, that means they're provocateuring groups like the staged Whitmer kidnapping, things similar to that, or they wouldn't be building all this up without actually having the event that makes it make some sense. So this is such a historic time happening right now. And whether these are citizens or not, it's emblematic of the fact that illegals are being exempted from the shots when they come into the country, when they try to make it mandatory for everybody else, that the illegals are being given more free goodies than even homeless veterans and disabled people. And I want to show you one more video, and then the videos again of these non-English speakers being brought up, and the discrimination of how they're brought to the head of the line because they're disabled because they don't really speak English and they don't know where they are, and they're kind of nervous to come vote. So we've just got to guide them right up to the front here. When the database went down Friday in Pennsylvania of registered voters, when the county started finding thousands and thousands and thousands per county of fake voter registration requests so that people would be on the rolls.
Good morning, everyone. District Attorney Heather Adams. On Tuesday afternoon, I was contacted by Krista Miller, who is our Chief Clerk of Elections, regarding potentially fraudulent voter registration applications that had recently been received by her office. At that time, she informed me that the Elections Office received approximately 2,500 applications at or near the deadline for registering to vote. While preparing to process these applications, staff noticed that numerous applications appeared to have the same handwriting, were filled out on the same day with unknown signatures, and some were previously registered voters, excuse me, and the signatures on file did not match the signatures on the application. Indicators of fraud included inaccuracies with the addresses listed on the applications, false personal identification information, as well as false names. A number of the applications also contained names that did not match the provided Social Security information. In some cases, applications contained correct personal identification information, such as the correct address, correct phone number, date of birth, driver's license number, and Social Security number. But the individuals listed on the applications informed detectives that they did not request the form, they did not complete the form, and verified that the signature on the form was not theirs. At this point, it is believed that the fraudulent voter registrations are connected to a large-scale canvassing operations for voter registrations that date back to June. Thus far, of the investigations that we have completed, we have determined that 60% have been fraudulent. That is of the investigations that we've completed. We do have more to do today, and my understanding is that voter registration is still going through the box of 2,500, but should be completed sometime here today.
And then it gets worse. A few days ago, a Republican leader in the state of Pennsylvania, a committee woman on the Republican committee of the state, noticed that they were just telling everybody, you can't vote unless it's really important. You've got to go. And then they arrested her. So clear citizens that are saying, don't leave, you have a right to vote, they're being arrested, but the illegal aliens are being brought to the head of the line. The fix is in. And as negative as that is, I think the landslide's so big they won't be able to steal it, but we're about to find out in just 6 days. Live coverage at Infowars.com/show, band.video, and follow me on X at Real Alex Jones, and the great network we're starting to launch at AJN Live for Alex Jones Network, at AJN Live. All right, that's this emergency Tuesday evening alert. Tell me what you think in the comments below, and also post your leads and your stories and your reports. And let's just continue to expose this, because 4 years ago when they stole it, we were blindsided. This time, whether we defeat them or not, or whether they steal it by fraud, it'll be a Pyrrhic victory. Whereas, they win the battle, they lose the war. So thank you all for watching. Pray for President Trump. Pray for peace. Pray for the Great Awakening. Pray for nonviolence. And just prepare yourselves, because we are living the most dangerous time and one of the times of the greatest opportunity in human history. Thank you so much.